We haven't even done anything yet, and you're fucking. Ooh, you're
Just
fucking.
calm down.
You want me to
Just
calm
calm
down?
down.
You want me to calm down?
Yeah, calm down.
That's from a movie. I don't remember what it is. He says
Uh,
something, and he's like, "Wait, fuck, it's right there. I know what it is." It's like, fuck, I don't know. I think it's a Marvel movie too, which is funny because this isn't a Marvel pod or
oh,
anything, but
I know it. I
it's
know what
like,
part you're talking
no,
about.
I know it's.
The
You want me to?
first,
It's I know it's when it's in the first Avenger movie when Thor is fighting Iron Man, and he's like, "Want me to
yeah,
put the hammer down?" And Cap tells him to put the hammer down. He's like, "Want me to put the
yeah,
hammer down?" And then he like hits his shield, and they like blow up the fucking woods.
yeah.
So
You got it right.
we figured it out. That's what we do
You
out
got it
here.
right, bud.
So Kumi, when are you gonna put fire on those claws?
I can't. I've already told you. I can't put fire on those specific claws.
Why?
The game physically won't let me.
That's some fucking bullshit. Is what that is.
I know. I could put fire on the other blades, though. That's stupid.
And you had fire on that like stick thing that had spikes on the end too.
Yeah.
But yeah, fucking dog shit. I know why I don't have the game anymore.
Why?
It's because when I was playing it, I remember I refunded it. That's why I don't have it
Why?
on my.
The game's fun.
I don't know. I think it was terrible. Fucking like 2 years ago when I played it.
Well, the game's fun now.
I'm great. I'm glad it's good 2 years later. By the way, ladies and
Sometimes,
gentlemen, we're talking about Dead Island 2, that game that took 10 years to come out.
well,
So,
yeah, but can't rush perfection.
right. All
It's a
that
pretty good game.
that all those games look the same. Dead Island and Dying Light literally both look exactly the same.
Well, yeah, but
It's like,
one,
are they the same studio that make those?
I don't
Cuz
know.
if it is, they make the same game every time.
Well, not really. Dying
They're
Light's more horror based, and Dead Island's more campy.
well, they're
It's more
both
fun.
zombie games. Why didn't they try something else?
Yeah, one has parkour, one's comedic.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Badmouth Podcast, episode 53. That's crazy.
53.
53. We're not going to address Nicholas at this time. Yeah, we are. He's gone. It doesn't matter. He's just gone. So, if if you want to be a co-host, it'll not happen because
Put it,
we
put
don't
it,
need a
put in
co-host.
your, put in applications.
We're looking for co-hosts.
No, we're just looking for guests at this point. We don't need nobody else leaving.
Maybe Speedy will co-host.
Guest, no guest.
Yeah, no more
He's too busy.
co-hosts.
He's too busy with work. So
Yeah,
no
if I
more
hear,
co-hosts.
he doesn't really talk about it anymore. At least, I don't see it. He maybe
He,
just
he
you.
literally he literally just talked about it the other day, and he talked about it yesterday.
He did say it to me. He was like, I was like, oh, I have to go to work. I'm in overtime. I'm making 35 an hour on my overtime pay. Like, okay, cunt.
Yeah. So
Speedy,
and
we don't need to hear about your job anymore.
yesterday he was talking about, oh, I only had one day off, yeah, stuff like that. So it's kind of how life is, bud. You don't need to constantly hear
Jesus fucking criminy. So what were we talking about before we introed?
it. Why Nicholas is not here?
No, not that. That doesn't
Uh,
matter. That's for us to know, and you guys to know that he is not here anymore.
if you were there, you know. If you don't,
It
you
doesn't
don't
matter
know.
over the Nicholas thing. He'll be on an episode with me at some point, but not anytime soon. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna move on. We were talking about Dying Light. No, not Dying Light. Dead Island 2 and how you couldn't put fire in the claws. If you guys didn't know, Kumi is playing Dying Light 2 currently, and I'm pretty sure gonna finish
Dead
the game
Island
today.
too.
What did I say? Dying Light.
Yes.
He's playing. I told you they're the fucking same game. Dead Island 2. He's playing Dead Island 2. He's gonna finish it tonight, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know how you know that, but
Well, there's only like 8 missions left.
it tells you how many
Those
missions are
missions.
left.
in the main menu. It says 8. It says 16 out of 24 or something like that.
And they're fast.
Some of the missions are quick. Yeah.
How quick are you? What was your
Probably
average
10.
bus time?
It just depends. Maybe like a minute, 2 minutes.
There's a thing about that, right? You're going hard. That's crazy. Like imagine lifting weights for 2 minutes straight at the at your you're not nonstop going. That's
I know it's
actually
crazy.
insane. And then these women out here, they be bitching. And this episode also relates to what's going on YouTube. Jay's gonna hear this. These women be crazy.
If
How's it going,
anything,
Jay?
they should take it. They should take it as a compliment. But what do I know?
So yeah, if you guys want to watch Koolme play Dead Island 2, by the time you see the listen to this, the game will be over, so it doesn't matter. But
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
we are
You can
gonna
check out the VODs on YouTube.
the VODs are on YouTube. Also, one thing about last episode, two things. I like to listen to them back just for a little bit. I don't ever listen to the whole thing because that's so fucking long. But I was listening to the last episode a little bit just to see how maybe it's see how it flowed. It doesn't. My side of the audio was a little fuzzy. That won't be in this one. I don't know why that episode my audio was all like like white noise kind of background. I don't know why it was
Yeah,
doing that for me, but it shouldn't do it again.
it better not.
I made some change. It's not that bad if it's only in earbuds. If you're listening in a car, you wouldn't hear it. But the second thing about last episode, I noticed that I talked for like 90% of it. Not that you weren't saying anything, but I like wasn't letting you say anything.
No shit.
But you also weren't trying to say anything
Every time I wanted to, you kept telling me you talk over me, bitch.
because we were like recapping the whole trip, and it was like I was recapping it, and you were kind of just like you were just listening. So
Yeah, you wouldn't let me speak.
well, it doesn't matter. Like they still got the whole thing, but so like maybe you should step it up a little bit.
You're right.
And ladies and gentlemen, this isn't a Marvel pod, but there is some Marvel things we're gonna go over, uh, in detail. Maybe we'll see how long this takes. But I did find out
Right.
some more facts about Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm gonna try to lead this on for as many episodes as I possibly can, and so next episode there's probably gonna be some more, but probably not because I think we're kind of running out of those. But we're gonna.
No, we could never run out of Marvel stuff to talk about.
I'm talking about Deadpool Wolverine facts.
Oh, right,
Because
right.
I learned two more, but I think there's three
Okay.
because I didn't add it. Did I already say the movie made a billion? No, I said it was about to make a billion last episode.
Yeah.
I think it made a billion like yesterday. That's not on my notes, but I just remembered that. That movie did reach a billion, and it's the first R-rated movie to ever hit $1 billion.
It's crazy.
So yeah,
Deserved.
and I was whenever you're scrolling on TikTok or Shorts or Reels, wherever you listen, wherever you watch your fucking little videos, everyone says the same thing about Deadpool Wolverine. The movie was really good, but the story lacked. That was the only thing like anyone ever really was saying was the story was lacking, and I had to agree. We've already talked about the movie, but I agree. If the movie had a slightly better story, it'd probably be a top Marvel movie.
Yeah. I mean, I think the first one's the better one. It's
100%.
I think just as it's solo focused that you don't have to worry about all. Deadpool kind of was like a side character in this one. It was like a Wolverine movie almost. Uh,
And
but
I don't want to talk about Wolverine and Deadpool, whatever the fuck, for too long. But another thing people are saying is in the trailers, is they made Wolverine's story like it was going to be so much worse than it was. But then the reason he was the worst Wolverine is because he went to a bar.
well,
So they kind of
not only
baited
that,
you.
he killed the X-Men because he was drunk. It wasn't that he went to a bar. He went to a bar and then they attacked the
Yeah, the
mansion
humans
when he
came.
wasn't there. Yeah, when he wasn't there, he was at the bar.
Yeah, he didn't kill him.
He
The
wasn't there.
humans killed him.
Yeah, but he wasn't there to protect them. That was the whole reason he was the bad Wolverine.
Yeah, but they made it seem in the trailers like it was just way worse than it was.
I mean, that's pretty terrible.
Man, fuck you. We're not talking about this. Like two more things. Two more things about this movie. Three things actually. The first thing, fuck you, again. Second thing, Nick Cage was supposed to be Ghost Rider in the movie.
I read that. Yeah,
Obviously it didn't happen. Spoiler.
they said there was. They said there was. They got pretty close, but ultimately they both said no. Ryan Reynolds said.
That would have been a pretty good. Maybe he'll be in Secret Wars. Who knows? Because I think by the time that movie happens, there should be a MCU Ghost Rider.
Right.
Maybe. But another thing is Robert Downey Jr. was supposed to be in the scene in the beginning when Deadpool's trying to get into the Avengers. He was supposed to actually be in that scene, but I think it's because he was going to come out as Doctor Doom. They decided not to do it. So that,
Interesting.
but he was supposed to be there originally. He read lines for it and everything. But yeah, that would have been cool if he would have walked in. And
There's one more thing.
that was all
Well,
my facts. So you go.
well, it's not really like about. Well, I guess it is. Well, no, it's not. It's about Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom. But I read that he is going to be Doctor Doom for until the real one shows up. I guess they kind of. I don't know if they kind of leaked it or what, but the real Doctor Doom will show up after Secret Wars,
Hmm.
and he's just playing a variant,
Little
even
variants.
though even though his name is Victor Von Doom, but he's going to be the apparently he's going to be the Doctor Doom from the Fantastic Four. I think we already talked about that, the new Fantastic Four movie. So
Well, and another thing, that's pretty much all. Well, there's more Marvel stuff coming up, but in terms of Deadpool, Wolverine, and all that, we can wrap that up. But I know originally we said the next Marvel movie we're gonna review was Captain America. Then I remembered Venom 3 comes out in October, so that'll actually be the next one we talk about.
oh yeah, forgot about that one.
October
And
25th
they actually just did a reshoot for post credit scene supposedly
for
with him
Venom.
in New York. Yeah, where he's in New York. So they're thinking that they're trying to rush like a Spider-Man thing and get on the hype of Deadpool and Wolverine. So some form of Spider-Man's gonna be in.
When they already baited Spider-Man in the fucking third movie. No, no, the second was the second Venom where he went. We got TP'd. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, yeah, but then they changed it in the
And then he
trailer.
got.
So
Yeah.
if you see the first trailer for Venom, it's a different universe again. So
Mm-hmm.
they're not sure if they went against what they did at the like at the retconning what they did, for him being in the MCU or what, or his symbiote being in the MCU or what, because it's a different. If you notice in the trailer, the dude from Doctor Strange is playing one of the soldiers
Mm-hmm.
in Venom 3.
Yep.
So it just, I guess we'll see when it comes out. But yeah, they just did some reshoots, or they're doing some reshoots in New York City. So we'll probably at this point find out what universe he's in with Spider-Man. People are hoping it's Andrew Garfield's, but I guess we'll see. I don't see another. At this point, Sony has like 5 Spider-Men, so
Mm-hmm.
could be a brand new Spider-Man for all we know.
And I mean, allegedly, the next Spider-Man movie is coming out next year, which I guess it kind of has to before Secret Wars, which is 2028. So I guess it doesn't need to be yet next year necessarily. But so I know Spider-Man is a big part of the Secret War comic line. That's when he has his black suit. I think the first time he has it. So
That'd be cool.
I think that's what it is, but I'm pretty sure he's a big part of it. And but yeah, that's an there's more Marvel talk. But in terms of these little notes, we're gonna go to D23 here in a second. But real quick, I want to go over all my little notes before we do that. Uh, do you know the Borderlands movie, like the video game movie that just came out?
Yeah.
It had $120 million budget, and it is on record to be the biggest box office flop ever. It's only made 4 million. Not great.
I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, but social media kind of ruins things for movies nowadays. It's really toxic. One person says they don't like it, and the word spreads, and then that's how things get shit on.
But and video game stuff usually isn't done great.
That too, yeah. I mean,
They
it,
casted like 50-year-olds to play 20-year-olds.
yeah, I'm not familiar with the Borderlands game. I mean, I played a little bit of the first one, but I think the only one they got right is Tina, right? Tiny
The
Tina.
little girl, yeah. Because Kevin
Yeah.
Hart plays the big fucking, I don't know their names anymore, but the big black dude, and Kevin Hart's fucking tiny. He's fucking shorter than you. I think Kevin Hart's like 5'2". It's like, and they who's the Halloween chick? What's her name?
Oh, Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis. She plays one of the characters. That one chick, the chick that's from Thor Ragnarok, plays one of the characters. They're
Yeah,
just
she's
too
hot.
old. We're not going there, but yeah, the movie's on track to be a terrible uh, box office flop. I didn't even know it came out yet. So,
I didn't
yeah.
either. Thought it was gonna come out. That was like next week or something.
All right, I do have two more notes here, but we're gonna come back to that. And one of these we talked about last night on your stream that we had to stop you from talking about. I hope you remember. It was the freaky stream you were in, but we're not there yet. We're gonna come back.
Right,
So
right, right, right.
we're gonna quickly recap D23. And ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know what D23 is, I don't even really know what it is, and I didn't know what was happening. It does happen like every year. It's essentially Disney's, I guess, event, like a Comic Con or like a Twitch Con or something like that. It's Disney Con essentially, but just fans can go to this place and they'll just show trailers for things that are coming out Disney related.
I thought it was usually in December.
I I don't know, but they announced there was a lot of big announcements. I got as many as I could that I could at least find. I'm sure they announced more than this, but so in terms of Pixar, they announced Incredibles 3, Toy Story 5, and Frozen 3. Never watched Incredibles 2. Toy Story 5 is in 2026.
Incredibles 2 is good.
So
Not as good as the first one.
I remember the original that at the end it was cliffhangered, and then the second one didn't come out for like 10 years. So that kind of, yeah, that fucks you up as a kid. It's like who? What are they gonna? Was that even in the second movie? The cliffhanger at the end of the first one, like the little mole guy or whatever.
Uh, I can't remember. It's been so long.
Probably not. It's probably not because
I
it was.
haven't seen Incredibles 2 since like it came out.
But Toy Story 4 was the little fork guy. He was in that. That's when Woody leaves, isn't it? At the
Yeah,
end,
that one pisses me off.
he's like, "Oh, see you later," and he fucks off with Barbie. Does he leave
But
with Barbie?
yeah, Barbie. No, it's Bo Peep.
Bo Peep. That's what it is. Bo Peep, and then the Forky or whatever. And then Frozen 3. I've
Yep.
never watched a Frozen film in my life. I don't plan on it. Don't give a shit. But it'll probably make $1 billion.
Frozen is good, okay?
I'm sure it is.
It's great.
Let's hit the song real quick. Do
Let it go.
that one, yeah. Let
Do
it
you want to build a
go.
snowman?
Let it go. No, fuck that one. I don't know the song. We don't have to hit that shit.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
know the lyrics.
The only Star Wars thing there was a couple of Star Wars things. The only one I gave any shit about. There was a show called Skeleton Men or something. Skeleton,
Skeleton Crew.
the Skeleton Crew. Apparently that trailer was pretty good. I didn't put that in my notes, but apparently that it looked good to people. But I think what was that show you just watched?
The
The Star Wars.
Acolyte.
That people thought that was going to be good too. So I don't know. What are
That
your
was
thoughts
the
on the
worst
Acolyte?
thing. Fucking dog shit. This is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. This is the worst fucking Star Wars thing I've ever seen.
Worse than the Last Jedi?
It's so fuck yes. No, you know what? Actually, the Last Jedi is watchable. I'll say that. The Acolyte is just woke garbage. The characters don't fucking matter. The Jedi are stupid as fuck.
Yes.
The chick that made the show is a literal sexist. Um, and she hates men.
Fuck yeah.
So
Well,
the show's just I was too invested at that point to give up, and I should have gave up.
well,
0 out of 10. I hope it does not get a second season.
probably won't because I think a lot of people hated it, if not most. But
There's
who
one
knows?
good episode, and that was it. It was episode 5. That was the best episode that they had.
And there's what, 8?
Yeah, there's only 8.
1 out of 8. That's an F. So
Like the first episode, it was decent. Second episode was good, and then it just see, episode 3 was a bunch of it was about a lesbian witch coven, and that just threw me off. It turned me off the show. That's why I had the
confirmed.
command. I had the sound command for it.
Confirmed Kumi
Search.
hates lesbians.
No, I don't.
Especially when they're in witch covens. Which I
No,
feel like most
doesn't
lesbians are.
has nothing to do with that. But yes,
Alright, but enough about the Acolyte. The only Star Wars thing, other than the Skeleton Crew thing, they didn't announce any main movies, as far as I could tell. Other than, it's not, I don't know if this is necessarily a main movie, but the Mandalorian and Grogu movie got announced. And so instead of a 4th season of the show, they're making a movie. I don't know. It'd probably just be as if it was just the 4th season. Just one long episode, really, I guess. But that started filming, I think, 3 weeks ago. So it should be next year, I think. I don't know. I don't think they gave a date. But I've watched every season. That's the only Star Wars thing I've really seen, other than the last movie. For some reason, I saw that. The Rise of
Rise
Skywalker.
is dog shit.
It was odd. I mean, I've seen the original ones, parts of them. And then that dude just comes back. Because why not?
Oh,
Palpatine.
Palpatine. Yeah.
And wasn't in that one there was
Uh,
like a bunch of that dude that was in the Last Jedi, the big bad, and that wasn't here just like a bunch of them in the Rise of Skywalker, like clones or
he was a
something.
clone. Yeah, he was a clone. Yeah, well, I don't think he was originally supposed to be a clone. They just fucking didn't have an idea of what they wanted to do at that
They're
point.
like, bring back Palpatine. I don't know. And they're like,
Pretty
yes,
much.
yes, do
Ship
that.
it.
Right, we're gonna skip the Marvel part of D23 for a second. We'll come back to it because I think it's the best part of it. They announced Avatar 3's been announced. Everyone knew it was coming, but it has an official release date for next year. I think in like the summertime. But it's called Avatar 3 Fire and Ash, which I think it's always been called that.
Nice.
I'd never watched the second one. Probably will
Me either.
eventually. I just know it's like 3 hours long.
Yeah, I got to build up to it. Like,
That's like a
I
multi-day
def
watch almost. Like you watch a little bit and you come back.
yeah, I definitely back in the day when they had 3-hour movies like that, they used to split them up into 2 discs on DVD, so you can come back for a second watch, like the second day watch, because you had to put it in the disc, and then because back then the movies didn't fit on one disc. So, yeah, I've been holding off on that, John Wick, and Mission Impossible because they're all like 3 hours long.
John Wick 4?
Yeah, it's like 2 hours and 45 minutes.
John Wick 4 is so good though.
I know. I haven't seen it yet though.
I don't know if it's
And I
the
haven't
best
seen.
one. I think this, they're all kind of the same. It's just like one long story.
Yeah.
But speaking
Yeah.
of double
Whole thing off
discs,
that.
well, I have it on my Prime if you want to watch it.
No, I have the movie. I just haven't seen it yet.
Well, um, speaking of double disc things, when I had a GameCube back in the day, and the first time I ever played Resident Evil 4, the GameCube version was 2 discs. The beginning all the way up to when you go to the island. When you get to the island, you had to put the second disc in.
Yeah.
Shout
It's
out
crazy.
GameCube.
Crazy times.
I don't think the game really needed to be 2 discs, but I think it's because it was the GameCube, so we couldn't handle it. But because the PS2 version didn't have that, and I don't think the Xbox version did either.
No, it's all. I think it was one disc.
So if you fucking lost the second disc or the first disc, you're fucked. You could still play it, but you
Yeah.
could only play from the island, or you could play the first 2 parts of the game. But
Tragic.
I never lost them. Shout out GameCube. And imagine they brought the GameCube back, like a second version of it with like the current gen games. They probably never
Mm,
would because it doesn't make sense, but
no, and then they had the Switch, so
yeah.
would it make sense? But
They did announce some more Disney live action movies. Never seen any of them. That being, I don't think there's that many of them right now, but there's The Lion King and something else, I'm
Lion King
sure.
was good.
But they
They didn't need to
announced,
be a live action though.
I think this has been announced for a while, but they showed footage of it. Lilo and Stitch is getting a
Oh,
live
they
action
did.
version. Mm-hmm. And that the Snow White is getting a live action.
Dog shit.
Only thing I know about the Snow White one is the chick that's playing Snow White is like a fucking bitch. I've
She's
seen.
extremely hated, and my mom has seen interviews of her. She's like, she looks like a fucking bitch. She's real bitchy. I'm like, that's what I've heard. I've heard she's real bitchy. She looks like a bitch.
They don't like to be called that.
They don't like to be called that, but apparently
Except
she is a bitch.
she's a fucking bitch. I'm sure of it. I don't know
She's
what her
really
name is,
hated.
ladies and gentlemen, but fuck that bitch.
Rachel Zegler or something.
You just know
Rachel
everyone's
something.
names. You just fucking
I
know.
read articles.
You just know women's names.
No, I know a lot of things. I know a lot of shit that doesn't matter.
But
I'm like Nicholas, but the opposite.
you just know names instead of gas.
Gas and
We're not
other
talking about
useless
Nicholas.
facts.
Anyway, we're going back to the Marvel
That's a
stuff.
compliment, if anything. You should appreciate that.
I'm sure he'll like that one. And back to the Marvel stuff of D23. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, there's probably more stuff they said. This is the stuff that I could find that they announced. There was
They
some
showed
more
a
Marvel
different trailer
things.
for Mufasa. I don't know why they're making that, but
Oh yeah, they
the
did. That's
trailer,
another thing. Yeah.
this trailer actually, I didn't watch it because I thought they showed the same one, but apparently, I thought I thought Mufasa was already born into the family. Apparently, he is an orphan, and Scar was the one that was born into the family. That's why Scar says in the beginning of The Lion King, "I was the rightful king." In the animated version, I was like, no, it makes sense why he's pissed off. I thought Scar was the orphan. It was actually Mufasa that was the orphan. He didn't have a family,
Hmm.
and they can't obviously have more than one male lion
Right.
as king.
Yeah, I don't
So it
know
makes
any of
sense.
this Lion King lore. You're just saying things. I have no idea.
No, no, that's literally the facts.
Anyway, back
So
to the
now it makes
Marvel
sense.
stuff. We're done with Lion King.
Mufasa is actually the bad guy.
I don't know. Scar's kind of a fucking piece of shit.
You have to watch the trailer. Now it makes sense.
Okay. I'm Team Mufasa. Fuck Scar. Anyway, we're going to the D23 Marvel stuff. There was another thing they announced with Marvel. I didn't write it down, but it was the Iron man chick from the Black Panther movie is getting a show. I think it's I don't remember what it's
I
called. Iron something.
thought she was I thought she was already getting a show.
She is, but they like showed a trailer of it.
She sucks. I don't
I didn't watch that
fuck.
Black Panther movie, so I don't know anything about it.
Black Panther, it was good, but I don't know. It was good. It was sad, but it
Did they
wasn't really
say
a
how,
Black
why?
Panther.
Because I know in the movies T'Challa's dead. Did they say how? Why he's dead in the
He got
universe?
sick. He got sick from some virus, and they couldn't save him.
Okay, so it's basically how he died in real life.
Yeah.
Sick by some virus and he died.
Well, and then at the end well, I don't know if I should spoil it if you're gonna watch it, but
I don't care.
uh, well, at the end they introduced that he had a kid with Okoye. What's her name? No, not Okoye. The other chick, the one he was all in love with.
Like in the, I don't
Uh,
know any of their names, but I know what you're talking about.
yeah, that one chick, the
Like
secret
the
agent,
secret agent.
the one he's in love with, the one that he went to go save. You know,
Right.
he's like, I never freeze, and then he jumps down, and she's right there trying to save those kids.
Is she the black chick, right?
They're all
I
black Nexus.
I just want to know. Are you talking about? It's not a white lady.
It's the black chick, yes, with
Is it the
the
chick that's in the?
spiky
Is it the chick that's in the new? Fuck's that
quiet
movie called?
place.
It's yeah. That's who I'm talking. Is it her?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking
So
about.
he had apparently she was pregnant at some point and they had a kid and they named him T'Challa. So they're basically gonna have T'Challa come back, but as his son.
Is this kid old or is it a little baby?
No, he's like at least 10 in the movie. I don't know
The
how.
fuck?
Yeah.
Maybe does he have the power of a Black Panther like already?
No.
Do they even
Sure
have
he's
any
a
of that
Black
shit anymore?
Panther.
Didn't the fucking Killmonger burn all that shit?
Yeah, but they found I forgot how they found one in Black Panther 2 because they had the Black Panther wasn't even a thing till the end of the movie. They're just getting shit on by Namor the whole
He's never
movie.
come back.
Uh, why?
I don't know. I figured he would have come
He's
back in some way.
he's still alive.
I feel like he's like a
It's a big part of the storyline, I
kind of like
guess.
an anti-hero.
Yeah, he's like Venom, but
Yeah.
apparently he's a mutant as well. So
Doesn't he have
yeah,
like flippers on his ankles?
well he can breathe underwater. He's basically
He's like
Aquaman.
he's like a Hispanic Aquaman.
Yeah, but he has like wings or flippers on his feet. The movie's good. It's just not as good as the first one. And sure, he's Black Panther for like the last 30 minutes.
How did we get on Black Panther?
I don't know.
Oh, I was talking about the chick that was in the movie. She's getting her show, and they showed. I don't remember what it's called, like Iron War or Iron something. But she's
I
getting a
thought they
show.
canceled Iron Wars.
No, I thought
Armor Wars.
that is, I think coming
Armor
out.
Wars got canceled.
I think it's still coming out, but like 2026.
It doesn't matter. The Marvel shows are all fucked up right now.
We're also terrible, most of them, except like Loki.
Moon Knight was good.
Didn't watch
Moon
that
Knight was
one.
badass. Moon Knight was like Batman.
The Hawkeye show was good. Doesn't need another season though.
I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen She-Hulk. Haven't seen Loki season 2.
Loki
And I
season 2 is
haven't
good. Don't
seen.
watch She-Hulk. The Hawkeye show really just sets out Thunderbolts.
I just want to watch it because of Haley Steinfeld. She's sexy.
Right.
God, she's hot.
And they did.
She comes back in the Marvels at the end. She's in the post-credit scene when Kamala is looking to build. She's like the Nick Fury. She's like looking to build a new team of Avengers, and she goes and hides in her place, and she shows up at the end.
Little Young Avengers.
Yeah, it's all females apparently. So whatever.
That's great. I don't even know what I was saying. Okay, we'll just say with the things that they were talking. Okay, the Black Panther chick is getting a show. I think
Who
I don't know
cares?
at some point. The Daredevil show got a trailer.
Seen the
Uh,
footage online. Yeah, looks pretty good.
the Netflix shows are canon, so they are going to continue on from that. So it means Bullseye should be coming back. I'm pretty sure. There's some other villain dude. Kingpin is in it again because that's the only fucking guy he fights apparently. Every season he fucking fights Kingpin. Because I don't even know Kingpin has powers. He's just a dude. I I don't know. Maybe he does some. I don't know, but he's just super strong apparently. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
Kingpin's one of the villains. Punisher's back, and I think it's pretty much it. They showed stuff though. I don't think they got a release date, but it should be in 2025.
March.
Yeah, that's what it was. March. It is March. Other
Yeah.
than
I
that,
never seen the Dead Daredevil show because they said it wasn't going to be canon, and now I have to fucking watch it.
it's on Disney Plus now.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it now.
That and the Punisher show are pretty solid.
Yeah, so
Maybe not the
now they're
other
all
shows they
canon.
made.
No, those two, I think.
The Iron Fist, I don't think is coming back ever, or whatever his name was. And then there's that other black guy. I forget his name, but he's the strong black guy. I don't know.
Luke Cage.
Luke Cage, the first ever black comic. We went over that one. And
Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones. That one's canon.
Yeah.
And they made that other show where all of those guys were together, and I forget what that was called. I think The Guardians or something. I don't know.
The Defenders.
That's what it was.
You just forget everything?
Motherfucker, I watched this shit. I watched that shit years ago. I don't give a fuck. I watched
seen any of
Hey,
these.
listen to me, motherfucker. I watched that shit in and out. I don't give a fuck.
I haven't even seen any of these, and I know the names.
Yeah, it's weird. But yeah, the Defenders, I don't think that's ever going to get another season. It doesn't need to. I don't remember what the show was about. I think all it was set up for Daredevil season 3. Because that's really all that came out of it.
Right.
And I think the Elektra from that Daredevil is also coming back, I would imagine. But yeah, they showed a trailer for that. They also showed footage of Red Hulk. Of him transforming into Red Hulk. So
I heard.
if you don't want
pretty
to,
cool.
if you don't want to see it, then yeah, I did learn some facts about Red Hulk. Apparently, when he gets really angry, his skin basically erupts. It's almost like a kind of like a volcano. His skin like erupts flames out of it or something. You know, like melts shit around him.
That's dope.
I don't know if they'll do that in the movie. I don't know if he'll be that strong.
Is there a fact on why he's Red Hulk?
I'm sure the comic explains. They didn't say anything at the D23, like in how he gets it. But it's just think of Hulk, but think of Harrison Ford, but as Hulk. It looks just like him.
That's funny.
Well, it's the face. Obviously, he looks like the main Hulk, like that actor turning into Hulk. But then like it's obviously a little different, but you can tell it's Harrison Ford.
Right.
And I think that's all the Marvel stuff. And I think they did some other little things, but they didn't say anything else about. Well, they showed Fantastic Four stuff as well. Not very much more, but a little bit.
Right.
Yeah. That's it for D23.
A lot of stuff.
I think it's a 1-day event, so it was also in Anaheim, so it's not too far away from you. So if anyone ever wants to go, that's where it is. It's in Anaheim, California.
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
Let's meet up.
Borderlands, we did that already. So, all right. So that's all the Marvel chat for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. We'll come back next time. I'm sure we'll talk about Marvel again.
Yeah, more Marvel stuff.
This whole season is going to be at least one thing about Marvel. I can promise you that, listeners. Yeah. One thing about Marvel, even if it's the fucking most bullshit thing.
Right.
It's like, oh, fucking
Worst
Iron
Marvel
Man's
movie.
Iron Man's name is fucking Tony Stark, and that's it. Like, it's gonna be that kind of stuff if we can't think of anything. Maybe we can
Right.
delve deeper into like the current comic book line that they're going with. We can learn stuff about Secret Wars and stuff about Red Hulk and stuff about blah blah blah, so that when we get to it, we can understand it more.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That'd be cool.
Because other than the things that I specifically look at, I know nothing about the comic books.
Me either.
And there's a lot of motherfuckers out there that act like motherfuckers do know stuff about the comic books. You nerd motherfuckers need to calm your ass down. I can tell you, probably 90% of the people that watch Marvel films have never done anything with the comics. So fuck you.
Right.
Maybe not 90, but I'll go 75, 80.
75. Yeah, 75 sounds about right.
75% of the people that watch Marvel films know nothing but the comic book. Anyway, we're moving on from Marvel. So you said last night that Reaper raided, I think it was Reaper, right? Who raided someone, and it was a freaky stream, and you said you liked it. And I wanted to know
Yeah.
what it was about the stream that was so freaky.
I mean,
Yeah.
wasn't that freaky. I mean, it was just real lewd up in there. Like them chicks were going crazy up in there.
You're gonna shout
Like
him out?
uh Wicked Queen is the channel, but the chick in there, I mean, she was pretty freaky too, but the one of her viewers, her name was like Fresh Milk, and she was like the
Fresh
one that's
milk.
saying, "I need head." I'm like, God damn. Uh, and then we started talking about wieners. I was like, "Is anybody in here like a 2-inch wiener?" Uh, and she's like, "I'll take you," and just it was just weird stuff like that. But I mean, it was dope. She's showing me all the scenes she made, and she's into Scream and Ghostface and stuff like that. So it was
Scenes?
pretty cool. Yeah, she made her own scenes like for
Oh, like an OBS.
yeah, no BS.
I thought I was talking about like
Just
some weird like movie scene she filmed.
oh, I mean, maybe she has some of those. I don't know. I didn't ask, but I mean,
This wasn't the
they
chick
were
you
all
rated
pretty.
last night, was it?
No, no, that's
Okay.
someone else. No, actually, I haven't actually seen this girl on yet, but her name's Wicked Queen.
There you go.
But yeah, that stream was real. That stream was real fucking sexual. It was like we were talking about busting nuts, and
Yeah.
you know, I was like, hey, I could bust and keep going. That's very rare for a male. And then them girls were going crazy for that. I was
I'm
like,
glad.
okay. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, it's not all the time. It's not all the time. Sometimes I get a little limp. I was like, but sometimes I can bust and keep going.
Okay, we could stop talking about this now. That's enough of that. I
That's
started
what pretty much. That's pretty much what the stream was doing.
right. Yeah, I wouldn't have been there for very long. That was awful. Here.
Yeah.
So yeah, Wicked Queen, go check her. What was she playing? Don't say
Uh,
Baldur's Gate.
funny, funny enough, she was playing Baldur's Gate 3,
Oh my fucking god.
but then she switched to Fortnite.
Also, Reaper, I know you probably are listening to this because I know you do. Baldur's Gate's a furry porn dog shit piece of fucking dog shit.
I
Fuck,
agree.
fuck Baldur's Gate. That game should not have fucking won any awards. Fuck that game.
Especially Game of the Year.
Um, and the last thing before we get on to our three main things we're gonna do. Recently, the new season of Diablo has dropped. Diablo 4, to be exact, because Diablo 2 and Diablo 3 still get seasons. Well, at least the Diablo 2 remake and then Diablo 3. It's on like season 30 something. But Diablo 4 just got season 5. And today marks a week. And I've tweeted out already. But every time Diablo drops a season, I just become hopelessly addicted to it. I think the last week I've dropped like 70 hours into the first season, which for a week is insane. Because usually on Destiny, when I was at hardcore on Destiny, I was doing like 60 to 70 in like 2 weeks. And this, I've done 70 in just 1 week. I've done 2 characters to level 100, which takes some time. It's gotten easier, obviously, over time, especially
Mhm.
this season. I just want everyone to know that I have a massive addiction to
To
Diablo
me.
4, not you. My
Oh,
addiction is probably as bad as Nicholas's addiction to claw machines.
Destiny. Oh,
Which I told him this. I said, "Hey, my addiction is like almost as bad as your claw machine." He's like, "No addiction." I was like, "You had an addiction. You got it was so bad your card got fucking deactivated. Like that's
I
pretty
wanted to
fucking bad."
comment on that. I wanted to comment on that tweet so bad, but I didn't want to start anything. I was gonna say the last time you said on a tweet about somebody, it didn't go too well. About the egg thing.
That was me.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. That started the whole thing.
Yeah, I wish I never did it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I was gonna comment on that tweet, but I decided not to. But it was funny as hell.
Yeah. But yeah, I have a massive addiction. It's still very hard. I would play it right now if we weren't doing this. I would be. I think I was
I will
playing.
say, never
I
mind.
was.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Say it.
No, it has nothing. It was about. I was gonna say something about Nicholas, and it's just not nice.
Um.
Well, I mean, it's not. It's not nice. I mean, it's not mean. It was just. I was just gonna say. Well, of course, he say it's not an addiction because it's him.
Yeah, you guys got
That's
beef.
not mean.
Anyway, we're moving
That's
on.
not mean.
It's not. But I was from when I was in your stream last night to probably when
Right.
we started this. I've been playing.
Damn. So you haven't been asleep.
No,
Oh, damn.
it's not great. It'll wear off
No.
eventually.
It's okay. We're
Probably in
almost
like a
done.
week. No, I'm talking about the
Oh.
addiction part. Probably give it a week
Oh.
and then I won't care anymore.
Right. Till the next season.
Which is the DLC. So it's a major expansion, which is in
Right.
October.
Right.
So it'll probably be even worse. And I haven't streamed or done anything with this. I could have streamed. It would have been long streams, like 16-hour streams probably. But I just didn't. See,
Right.
sometimes I think to stream, then I'm like, I just don't care. Because I do this. This is me now. I do pods. I stream occasionally. I'm going to stream Hunt Showdown on August 15th because they're dropping the big update.
Nice.
And then anything big for Destiny, I'll probably stream that. Because Destiny 2 is always, it's going to be my baby forever. Obviously, you're a sweet angel, but nothing compares to Destiny 2 for me. Even though they
Okay,
did fire, even though Bungie did fire more people recently, and then the CEO of that company bought like a fucking couple cars or something, and he was getting a whole bunch of shit for it. But hey, you got what you gotta do,
Priorities.
I guess. But we're not talking about Destiny. I just want everyone to know I have a massive addiction to Diablo 4, and it's very bad, but it'll wear off eventually. But I told you you were going to be doing a quiz last night. We're not there yet, but just so you can be ready for it, it's a how well does Koolme know women quiz. I saw someone do this on a pod. That's not the same quiz they took, but I was like, I'm going to take that idea. I'm going to do it to Koolme. But before we do that,
We got 40 minutes, so.
Oh, it's not going to be that long.
Well,
We're probably going to be done like 20, 25.
I mean, yeah. I mean, 25 minutes, I mean.
The quiz is like 10 questions, I think. We have 45 minutes?
No, I mean, I have to. 250 had to be done.
30. We got about 20. Okay, well, let's go a little faster. I'll go over these. Maybe we can save these 10. I'm going to go over these 10 facts. I have 50 random facts. There's nothing to them. They're just random facts, and there's 50 of them. We're going to do 10 an ep until they're done. So we're going to start. Here we go. Hot water will turn into ice faster than cold water. The Mona Lisa has no eyebrows. The Mona Lisa being the painting in Paris.
Right.
The strongest muscle in the body is the tongue. You already know that from that pussy. Number 4, ants take rest for around 8 and 12-hour periods. I
didn't even know ants slept.
I didn't know, but it says, yeah, surprising. But honestly, James and has conducted research which shows that ants have a pattern of resting periods where each nest, yeah, 8 to 12 hours. They just, I don't know if they're sleeping, but they're not like, just kind of vibing. I guess they sleep though. It says rest, so it could be anything. But Fifth one. I am, with quotes on it, is the shortest complete sentence in the English language. Coca-Cola was originally green. Why?
Ugh.
This is a total myth, as Coca-Cola has always been the same color. Okay, it's not a fact. The fuck? So it's not. It was never green. They said it was a fact, but then they said it wasn't a fact in the sentence underneath it. The most common name in the world is Mohammed. Koolme, you're not gonna like this one. When the moon is directly overhead, you weigh slightly less. Zero point
Oh,
0.5
damn.
grams, 0.48 grams lighter.
Some bullshit.
9. Camels have 3 eyelids to protect themselves from blowing desert sand. And then the last
Interesting.
fact: there are 2 credit cards for every person in the U.S. I don't have one credit card.
I have two. Actually, I think I have one now.
And here's
Yeah.
a little adult Linus Tech tip for you new up and coming little kids. Don't get a credit card
Yeah, don't.
unless you're gonna use it responsibly.
Yeah, don't. It'll fuck your life up.
Don't get a credit card so you can buy like fucking I don't know a fucking PS5 and then 20 games for it, and then be like $1,000 in debt.
No, start slow. Use it for like Netflix. Pay that shit off. Use it
Buy
for gas.
gas, buy gas, and then pay it off immediately.
Use it for your internet bill. Use it for small things. Use it, build it up. Don't buy anything big until you're responsible.
Don't go dropping $1,000 on some bullshit.
Yeah, they'll fuck you up.
Right.
Because then you're just constantly paying interest on it, and then the $1,000 thing that you fucking bought is gonna cost you 3,000 or 4,000 in the end. If you keep making the minimum payments.
All right, that was your weekly Koolme adult tip for the week. We're coming back next week with another one. So you better think of it.
Life advice.
Koolme's cryptid, and that's the fucking other thing. We're trying to, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any K words that can end with Koolme's cryptid, it would be perfect because we're trying to make the creepypasta story end with KKK. But we can't think of anything. So
It's just a joke.
KKK not as in. Also, apparently, we're not going to get into politics, but apparently Joe Biden was friends with a KKK leader, and he went to his funeral when he was the vice president with Obama. And he like did a speech at his funeral, saying he was like his friend and shit.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me.
And apparently, I don't know if this is fact or not. Democrats, I don't give a shit about politics. I just don't. But apparently, the Democratic Party was started by the KKK. What the fuck?
Interesting.
And there's like a whole bunch of stuff on this. I didn't look into it. I just saw it. I don't give a fuck. We're moving on from that, but yeah.
They're a bunch of cult members. That's all.
So Joe Biden is part of the KKK, ladies and gentlemen. Remember that. He doesn't even remember it, so it doesn't matter.
Remember who you voted for.
All right. So the next thing we were going to do, I think we're going to skip it just so I don't know how long the quiz actually is. Let me quickly look. But the next thing we were going to do was a little game called Red Light, Green Light, where I'm going to give us a statement, and then we have to either agree or disagree with the statement. So one of them is playing a game is fun only when you win. Would you agree or disagree? And then we would discuss either if you agree, then we would discuss why you agree, and then if I disagree, I would discuss why I disagree. We'll save that.
Nicholas would have been perfect for this.
Maybe we'll get him in the next. So the quiz, we're gonna save that for the next episode. Maybe the next episode, I'm gonna ask Boston if he's available for the next episode. We can do it with Boston. This quiz
you have to plan it ahead of time.
This quiz is 25. No, it goes on. 26, 27 questions. Some of them are about the body. Some of them are about other things. There's no images anymore, so I don't know what they're pointing at. Like this one says, the red arrow is pointing at what? I already know what it is. It's the cervix. Only because I did this quiz earlier, or at least that one, just to see which it was. So we're gonna start with question 2. So this quiz is called "How Well Do You Know Women?" Koolme edition. So the first, I don't. If it's a picture one, we're just gonna skip it because I can't see it anymore. It just says the image is no longer available for all of them. But second question is just a question: Who is the richest woman in the world? And this is a multiple choice, so I will read them out. Who is the richest woman in the world? Is it Christy Walton of the Walmart family, or is it Oprah?
Oprah.
Your answer is you went for Oprah. It is Christy Walton.
I don't even know who that is.
It's one of the daughters of the dude that created Walmart.
Oh.
She is 36.7 billion. The world's richest woman. Next question.
Interesting.
I also, when I did the quiz, I said Oprah as well. But I think Oprah is only like 3 or 4 billion. Let me Google it. Now I have to know. Oprah net worth. 3 billion, yeah. So she's... And the Walmart chick way past. All right, number 3. Who was the first female director to win an Oscar? I had no idea who this was. I don't even remember the answer. Is it Sofia Coppola or Catherine Bigelow?
Ooh.
I can tell you the movie they directed was The Hurt Locker.
Both of them?
No, the winner, the one who won the award, was the director of Hurt Locker.
Oh, fuck yeah! They both of them sound familiar. I can't remember which one directed another movie. I'm gonna say Catherine Bigelow.
That is correct. Sophia won
Hurt Locker was good.
I don't even. What is that even about?
It's a war movie where Jeremy Renner plays this bomb disarming in
I know.
Iraq
Yeah.
or something, or Afghanistan.
But the Sophia chick won a different Oscar for a screenplay, not a director. So technically, she won a screenplay for Lost in Translation in 2004.
Never seen it. I heard of her though.
All right. Question 4? What does IUD stand for? Fuck, I don't know. Is it? There's this thing, and then there's inferior urinary disease, and then there's intrusive device. I don't think it's that one. I'm not trying to help you.
Read me the.
The second one is inferior urinary disease, and then there's this thing. I'm gonna guess for you. It was the first one. I have no idea how to say that.
It's a birth control thing.
That's like, I know what that is. That's the shit you stick deep down.
Yeah, it gets real deep in there, so you can bust nuts.
Great.
And cream pie.
Yeah. This is an image one. You might be able to do it still. In the U.S., when did women get the right to vote? Was it 1920 or 1927?
1920.
Correct. With the passing of the 19th Amendment on August 18th, which is coming up.
Nice.
A couple days, we'll get the... no one cares about the fucking women voting. Number 6. Is it possible for a woman to get pregnant on her period?
Yes.
Yes or no? Yes. Correct answer is yes. Although it is less likely.
Less likely, but very possible.
That's literally what this says, too. It's less likely, but it's still possible. Who was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize? Mary Curie or Bertha von Suttner?
I want to say Bertha because of the name, but I'm going to go with the first one.
Oh, shit. It was the first one. You were correct. She won it in 1903 for her work on radiation.
Interesting.
All right. Number 8. What is the cervix? A. The lower part of the uterus that connects the vagina to the uterus, or the membrane surrounding the vagina. Vagina.
I love that word. The first one.
Let's say it together.
Vagina.
That was so fucking awful. The first one, it the lower part of the
First,
uterus that connects the vagina to the uterus.
yes.
That's how it's typed out too. It the lower part. This is a BuzzFeed quiz, by the way. So this quiz was probably written by a fucking trans woman or something. Sorry, Boston. Number 9. You were correct, by the way. Number 9. Which of it's crazy. You take quizzes about all this other shit that we've done in the past. Terrible. As soon as it's about women, correct.
I love me some women. What do you want me to do?
Which one did you got? One of them wrong. It was the
Oprah
money one, the Oprah one. That's the only one you've gone wrong so far, which I also got wrong.
I love me the female anatomy. What could I say?
Yeah. Which one of these titles has Hillary Clinton not yet held? Congresswoman
Pre-
or U.S.
President.
Senator? That's not an option.
Uh,
U.S.
uh,
Congresswoman or U.S. Senator? I think I know the answer.
Congresswoman.
That's what I was going to say, and that is correct. All right, number 10. True or false? Women have more taste buds than men. True or false?
True.
True is the correct answer. In general, women are better at recognizing specific tastes, like semen. Doesn't say
Yeah, that's
that.
what I was gonna say. Especially cum.
When you not say cum? Like you said cum. Like you sound like Paul
Mhm.
Walker when he said, "Forget about a cum." You said, "Forget about
Forget
the
about
cum."
it, kid.
Forget about a cum. Oh shit. What does PCOS stand for? Premenstrual cystic ovarian system. Probably that one. Polycystic ovary syndrome. The first or the second one?
I'm gonna go with the first one.
That's what I was going to say, and it is wrong. It is the second one. Polycystic ovary syndrome. This
Not
condition
too
wherein women
familiar.
have enlarged ovaries may experience infrequent or prolonged menstrual periods, excessive hair growth, acne, and obesity.
Hmm.
Which country currently has a woman serving as head of government? Germany or England?
Uh,
I think I know the answer, and if it's the answer I think it is, it would have been a long time ago, or at least a year ago.
I want to say Germany.
Germany or England? Think about this. Germany. It's oh shit, it was Germany. Because I was thinking England as the queen. I was like, oh,
That's
but
what I
she's.
was thinking, but she's dead.
I don't know. I don't know when this quiz was made. But yeah, it's Germany. You were right. Her name is Angela Merkel.
Who's your favorite Nazi?
My favorite Nazi. We've been over this. The Angel of Death. The dude that did experiments on twins.
Crazy.
He would put like dye in their eyes and then do all this fucked up shit to them. Good
That's
stuff.
fucked.
And he's actually one of a little Nazi fact for you guys I learned on a different podcast. They weren't talking about Nazis, but it was something that just came up. But the dude I'm talking about. He's one of the Nazis that escaped to South America, started a town, and that town that he lived in until he died has the highest population of twins in the world. So he eventually
Sounds
figured out how to make twins. Essentially, is what the theory is.
yeah, artificially made twins. That's crazy.
Number 13. How much time do we got? We got plenty. We're almost done, ladies and gentlemen. 13. When did Amelia Earhart embark on her first solo flight across the Atlantic by a woman? 1932 or 1928? And Amelia Earhart is the chick that was in her. She was flying and then she got like lost, and I think recently was found, or like parts of it or something were found recently. But for years she was like it was like she flew and then just was completely gone.
She disappeared. Yeah, I want to say the first one.
32?
1932.
Correct. Earhart's 15-hour flight from Newfoundland to Ireland made her an international hero. All right, the chromosome. This is question 14. The chromosomes determine female sex are XX or XY.
XY.
That is wrong. It's XX.
Shit.
I also thought it was XY. Which arrow is pointing to the clitoris? And that's crazy. It's funny that it says that because it says the image is no longer available. It's because it doesn't exist. So we're just gonna skip that one.
I know exactly where it is.
Well, where is it? A or B?
Well, I can't see where it
I
is, so
I'm looking at it and it says there's no image. Where is it? I'm assuming if it's A and B, it's gonna be from top to bottom, so it's gonna be the top.
it's it's at the top.
Exactly. The clitoris is at the top. I literally, you're taking my answers, by the way. As your average, because ladies and gentlemen, me and Kumi and Nicholas are your average everyday sex havers. We know
Yeah.
where the clitoris is and the G spot, all that
We know
stuff.
how it works.
Number 16. Which social media platform is used more by women, Twitter or Facebook? Previously known as
Facebook.
Twitter. I would say Facebook too. Probably Facebook moms, probably a lot of mothers. Correct. 72% of women use Facebook compared to 62% of men. Who uses Facebook anymore? Did you ever use Facebook?
Psh, like one time maybe.
When I was in like middle school and I had Facebook, 'cause I remember I used to play this game called something, and Farmville. Farmville was goated as hell on Facebook,
My
and
mom
just
used to
for
play that, yeah.
other Facebook things. I still have Messenger, but I don't ever use it. But yeah, Facebook is terrible. I think it's called Meta now.
Awful thing.
But yeah. Okay, number 17. The female symbol is derived from what? And there's apparently an image here. The female symbol. I don't even know. We're gonna skip that. I don't even know what that means. On
Well,
no,
it's like the circle with the arrow pointing up or down. Pretty sure.
oh yeah, it is. Huh? The shape of a woman's reproductive organs or the astrological symbol for Venus.
Uh, I want to say the second one.
Correct. All right, number 18. On average, women in the U.S. labor force earn just over blank cents for every $1 men earn. 77 or 85
Uh,
women in the U.S.
I had,
labor.
have no idea. I want to say 77.
77 is correct. That's a 23% difference. God, men are so evil. Who is the best-selling female artist of all time? Is it Celine Dion or Madonna?
Madonna.
Madonna is correct. Speaking of Daredevil and Deadpool and Wolverine, Madonna's song was also in that.
Right. At the end, I think.
The big fight. I think it was in the movie at one point, but then at the end it was
Oh,
the
yeah,
remix
yeah,
version.
yeah. I don't think she gave the permission to have their song. That's fine.
Number 20. What is the leading cause for death? What is the leading cause of death in women? Heart disease or cancer?
Cancer.
I feel like that's just in general for just the human, but apparently it's heart disease. I think
Huh.
I think the number one death. What's the number one way people die? People die. Die. Heart disease is the number one just in general.
Hmm.
And
I mean, I guess
cancer is
that makes
second.
sense.
Two diseases are what kill people the most. And yeah, 21. Generally, how do birth control pills prevent pregnancy? They render eggs infertile or they stop ovulation.
Uh, they well,
And there's more to it.
they
They render
if you
eggs infertile, which says an egg is released but is unable to become fertile. And then the second one says no egg is released and therefore fertilization cannot occur.
nah, I think it's the first one because if you stop taking the pill, they get pregnant right away.
The second one was the correct. No egg is released and therefore
Damn,
fertilization cannot occur.
damn it.
Who is Hollywood's highest paid actress? Sandra Bullock or Angelina Jolie?
Mm,
Sandy or Angie? I have my guess.
that's tough. I want to say Angelina Jolie.
I was going Sandra.
How old is this list? Because I think Scarlett Johansson's actually the highest paid actress right now.
I have no idea. It could be.
Yeah,
Who knows?
I'm pretty sure Scarlett Johansson's the highest paid right now.
According to this, it's Sandra Bullock.
Shit.
This says she earned 51 million last year. I don't know when this list. I don't know when this was made. Maybe it says at the top. Does it? 2014. This is an old ass quiz. This is 10 years ago. It's
Oh,
20.
well, that makes sense.
Sandra Bullock. She was the best in 2014. What is the average bra size in America? Koolme, you know your titties. Like, come on now. Is it 36D or 34 double D?
Definitely double D.
34 double D is correct.
There's
You
some
know,
girls with some big old titties out there.
you know them titties, cuz.
Yeah,
25. By puberty, how many eggs does the average female hold? 300 thou or 1 thou?
Ooh, I want to say 1,000.
By puberty, they have 300,000.
Jesus, that's crazy.
But only 3 to 400 will be ovulated during her lifetime. How many holes
That's
does the vagina have? 2 or 3? I think I know the answer.
I think it's 2.
That's what I was going to say, and it's correct. Opening of the vagina and the opening to the urethra. There's 27 questions. Oh, wow. I thought there's 26. There's a bonus. This is for all the marbles. If you get this one wrong, you get all of them wrong. Rosie the Riveter was a cultural icon of which war? World War I or World War II? Don't even know who this is.
Yeah, I don't know. World War One.
That is wrong. It was 2. You got them all wrong. That's so unfortunate because you were on a W streak.
Fuck. Oh my
Obviously,
god.
you passed the quiz. Koolme does know women. Let's get a round of applause. Koolme knows his fucking women. He knows them titties. He knows where the clitoris is. Women. Like, what are we doing? So
I know. Like, why am I single right now?
that is crazy. So like I said, ladies and gentlemen, next week we're gonna be playing red light, green light, and you'll get 10 more random facts, and then some Marvel stuff, I'm sure. But we gotta get out of here. We still got a little bit of time, but we gotta get this episode over and done
Wrapped
with.
up.
But like, Koolme knows his women. You learned a whole bunch of D23 stuff. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next week. Maybe
That's
with
the main
Boston.
topic. Yeah, we have to get in touch with him.
It may or may not be with Boston. If not 54, then probably 55. We'll get Boston on. But make sure you check out his podcasts, the Boston and Katie show, and then
It's the Chris and Katie show.
That's what it is. I always say, I never say his actual name.
It's okay. He messed up on our name too, so.
The Chris and Katie
fair.
show. It's the Katie and Boston show. Fuck. It's 10. It's
That was a joke. It was a joke, Boston.
It's okay. Just go listen to his pod, the Chris and Katie show, over on Spotify, and also 10 Minutes with Boston. 2 pods.
It's also on YouTube. Both of them are on Spotify and YouTube.
And also, ladies and gentlemen, this is also going to be on YouTube from this episode onward. I'm not putting the other ones on there because that'll take forever. So from 53 onward, the will be on my YouTube. If you want to listen to them on YouTube, this is mainly for Jay. No one else wanted this except her, because she won't get a Spotify account, even though it's free.
You're welcome, Jay.
I heard her reasons, but they're awful reasons. Pandora is for boomers who listen to the radio. Isn't that what Pandora is? It's just a radio station, basically.
Yeah, it's pretty much like
Can you even
a better version.
Just use Spotify and just be like Koolme and leech my fucking premium off me.
Yeah, exactly.
And my Disney Plus.
Exactly.
I have a slot, Jay. I'm just saying, if you want it. On Spotify, not Disney Plus. I don't think that has any cap for that one, but
You heard it here first, Jay.
If you want free Spotify podcasts still get ads, but our podcast doesn't have ads on it to begin with. But if you listen to a different pod, you still get ads no matter what. I don't know why, but yeah. They will be on YouTube from this episode onward. So Also, I will say, I think if next episode is Boston, then I think 55 is going to be the first episode of the KKK show. Which I think when we don't have to talk about this on here. We'll talk about it off it. But I have some ideas for that. But ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed episode 53 of the Battle Month podcast.
Banger, 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 banger.
And we will see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.